Shalom Aleichem, everybody. We have an important message to share with the world, to share with each other, to share with ourselves. And that is that Hashem feels your pain. Hashem feels our pain. And He feels it infinitely times more than we feel our own pain. And when we realize that, when we make that a reality, we're not afraid to express to express in our actions how much Hashem cares about us, then we really start to start living. Then we really begin to start living, because we realize what kind of merciful God we're dealing with, and allows us to get on His page, as they say. So, a very important aspect of this beautiful, this life-changing idea is that God feels our pain, and He feels a love for us beyond our calculations. And sometimes we're hard on ourselves in our own evaluations of ourselves, and we're bitter with our own selves. We must remember that beyond our own self-limitations, Hashem has mercy on us. That we don't have to feel good about ourselves for Hashem to feel good about us. To remember that Hashem is always beyond our own feelings, beyond our own personal limitations within that specific situation that we're in. Hashem loves us beyond that, infinitely beyond that, as they say. It's beyond number. It's such a powerful thing. Hashem Himself is interested in us. We're a part of Hashem Himself. Hashem, for some reason, decided to create this world and to create us to serve Him, and that is His greatest desire, that we involve ourselves with Him. For some reason, the King of Kings, Hashem, the greatest, to say the very least, is interested in us, and we have something to give to Him. We have something that we can offer to Him that He's interested in. And that is our attention, our time, our love, our service. And, just to understand how much Hashem loves us, even though we can't grasp this level, to try to begin to tap into this level, we have to realize that, just think about a love you have for a person, usually an innocent baby. If you have an innocent baby in your life that you adore, or whoever it may be, or a young child that you're associated with, someone that you love so much. I say child or baby because the love you have for a baby is so powerful, because the baby is totally dependent on you and is completely innocent and doesn't sin and doesn't do anything bad, is completely gentle and delicate and innocent and pure. So therefore, that is a good glimpse at the love Hashem has for us, by imagining a love we have for this baby, a child, a cute baby, that their innocence, their preciousness, you're such a concern, a fear for something, God forbid, to happen to this baby. So Hashem's love for us is infinitely beyond that. Imagine that. That just gives us a little drop of the greatest love we could feel, the greatest concern we could feel, and Hashem is infinitely beyond that towards us. And why? Because as dependent as a baby is on a parent, the baby then eventually grows up and becomes more independent, and is still strongly connected to the parent even when they're fully grown. But what happens eventually? The child, God willing, in God willing, the best of cases, of course, the child outlives the parent and has kids of his own. So you see, the child is still then somewhat independent from the parent. Of course, the parent gave them life and put them into this world. But once the parent leaves this world, the child is still functioning, and they're not as so that dependence is nothing near where each person's dependence on God is. Because a parent, the parent creates the child, but then the child's on its own, so to speak. It's an independent body and being, and goes on to outlive the parent. Whereas us, we are created by God, but we're totally still united with Him, completely, because there's nothing other than God. So yet we're Hashem's children. Yes, He created us, but at every moment He recreates us, and we never outlive God. God is everlasting. So we can imagine how much love Hashem must have for us if we have so much love for an innocent child, a baby, because it's such a powerful thing. It's such an instinctual thing. It's such a something that's just connects to the etzem of our neshama. The essence of who we are is connected to loving each other. So how much more Hashem towards us, because we're totally dependent on God. The more someone's dependent on you, normally the more love you feel for them. The more you give someone, the more love you feel for them. So Hashem gives us. Hashem gives us everything. Even what we give to God is really Him giving to us, because we wouldn't be able to give to God if He didn't give us the ability and give us the strength and the opportunity. So we meditate on this idea, surely we'll be moved to want to bond with God. And then we'll know that even in our hard times, Hashem is there, right there with us. And those hard times specifically are the things that will take us to even greater heights. We have to realize that the fact that Hashem is putting us through these difficulties means He's putting Himself through this pain. So it must be that this is a necessary, important mission, whatever you're going through. But God willing, today Hashem will wipe all the tears off our face. He'll redeem us, and then there will be no more pain, but just joy and revelation and beyond words. The experience we will experience in the days of Mashiach, the revelations that are coming, may it be today. So when we allow ourselves to, in our dark times, to remember that God is with us, and remember and use those moments to bond with God, to unite, to feel an interest in God, that God feels my pain, and God has His own experience, meaning God experiences our whole experience, but God, from God's perspective, He feels our pain much more than we do. So when we realize that, and we cry out to God, and we say, God, we use it as a cry out to God and say, look, we want to see you, God. We want to see your revelation. We want the temple to be built. We want the Mashiach to come. We want to feel your presence, God. Then we use every difficulty as a catapult to bring us to greater heights. And really that descent seemingly was actually for the purpose of going even higher. So this is a meditation. This is a technique, a way, a reality to live with, to bond in our relationship with God. So please share this message with others, with those who you think will benefit from this, because this is an emergency message to get us to realize that God feels our pain. He feels our struggles, and He's with us, and He's going to help us, and He's helping us, and He has helped us. And He's waiting for you to call out to Him. He's begging you, my child, smile at me, look at me, call out to me. I'll be there. Just call. Hashem will do anything. Just ask. He just wants us to ask. All right, may Hashem bless you. Share this message. See you guys soon. B'ezrat Hashem, with the coming of Mashiach today.